For my final science project, I decided to base my design off of golf. I call it the putting drill. My design and ideas. My project consists of the EV3 robot hitting a golf ball into a hole or Lego net. After it hits the golf ball, it turns to the color and light sensor to let it know that it's okay to go and see if the golf ball is in the hole. Then it drives down the hole using precision turning and moving forward to check if it's in the hole. When it turns right and sees the green ball in the hole, also with the blue color sensor, it knows that it's okay to go back and do it again. It uses a loop to go back and do the whole program again. So it uses precision turning and moving forward distance to go back to the tee and hit the ball back into the net, and so on and so forth. Programs. This is my final program of my new design. This is the first part of it where it hits the golf ball using the medium motor and then turns to the right and waits for the color sensor. The color sensor uses a wait block, which means that the program waits until the color sensor is triggered to do the rest, meaning that it turns away from the tee 180 degrees and moves forward, then turns to the right and waits until it is triggered again by the green ball and the blue block to see that the ball is in the hole. When it sees that, it goes to the end of the loop and resets the entire program so that it knows that it's ready to do it again. Problems and solutions. At the beginning, I wanted the robot to hit the golf ball into the net or hole, and then have the robot drive around the hole and pick it up with a grab and lift system that I would build with a medium motor. When we got the medium motor, I built the system, and it seemed like it would work, but I wasn't able to get the program just right for it to pick it up. And it was really difficult because it was not determined exactly where the ball would be hit every time. So it was very insufficient and not accurate. So we ended up cutting that out and then having the robot just go see if the ball was picked up. Then, in my final video, which you will see, the robot wasn't able to hit the ball forward every time, which had to do with inconsistency when it placed the ball there. In the final video, you will see that the ball doesn't make it to the hole, so we have to use the blue block to make sure that it repeats the system so that it doesn't just pause. Things that worked. The first thing that worked was the ball hitting system or the club. This was very consistent and hit the ball almost every time. The only little inconsistency was the distance, but that had to do with where the ball was placed in the beginning or at which stage it was going through or which loop. The other thing that worked really well from the beginning was the color and light sensor. It picked up the colors almost every time and really quick too. We never had trouble on when it picked up the system unless the ball wasn't in the hole, which had to do with the inconsistency or little inconsistencies from the club. The final video. As I said earlier, the ball wasn't perfectly placed on the tee, so it didn't go as far and didn't make it to the hole. The driving system and the color sensor was always perfected. So when it got to the hole, we had to use the blue sensor to tell it that it could keep going because it wasn't able to see the ball in the hole. But the loop system wasn't also perfect, but we also didn't have time for it to get back to the loop system. But it definitely could get it to the end of the tee because you can see it go back to its perfect spot near the hole. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video.